What's up, guys? Welcome to the Pantry series, where today I want to see what happens if we get creative with nothing but a humble head of cabbage as our main ingredient. I'm gonna start with one half of it, which I'm shredding finely and sprinkling with salt and sugar to draw out the moisture and tenderize the cabbage. Optional but highly recommended is shredding a carrot in there as well. Now, excuse me, my hands are sore from all the 20-second hand washing, so I'm gonna put on some gloves and give my cabbage-carrot mixture a very rough massage. You really want to give it a good squeeze. The salt has to do its magic now for at least an hour, so set everything aside and cover with a wet towel. We'll make two cool things out of this once it's tender. In the meantime, let's make some hearty sauteed cabbage. Well, I slowly caramelized some Hungarian sausage, which by the way could easily be replaced with bacon, and half a diced onion. I tear a quarter of my cabbage into bite-sized pieces. When the onions turn golden brown, season with pepper and a dash of cinnamon before adding in the cabbage. Stir fry for a few minutes. You can help yourself with some water, which will create additional steam to cook the cabbage. Now season with salt to taste and some optional dark soy sauce, which most prominently will make your cabbage look super caramelized and rich. Towards the very end, add some minced garlic to keep that flavor fresh and serve. Super rich and comforting. What more do you need? Let's get back to that tenderized salted cabbage though. We're gonna take half of it and squeeze out the moisture as good as we can. Set that aside for now while we turn the remaining juicy kraut into sauerkraut. Wait, excuse me. Sauerkraut. You could simply just use this mixture for a basic version, but I'm gonna add some black pepper, caraway seeds, whole mustard seeds, and some pickle brine, but that's all optional. Mix everything up, figure out a way to keep all the cabbage submerged, and let this guy hang out and ferment for 3 to 4 days at room temp until nice and sour. But we still have this other quarter cabbage, which is actually half of the softened cabbage. I made this more complicated than I should have, didn't I? But we're gonna turn this into a quarantine kimchi coleslaw. I mean, it's not really kimchi because we're not actually fermenting it. Instead, that funky sour note will come from a few dollops of yogurt. And we're also conveniently paying respect to the creamy nature of coleslaw at the same time. But back to kimchi, let's at least get the spiciness right with chili flakes and even hot sauce, a bit of mustard, which is both creamy and kind of tangy, and then we add fresh scallions, ginger, and garlic. If you mix all of that up now, it kind of looks exactly like what I was going for, the love child of coleslaw and kimchi. But at first it just tasted spicy and otherwise flat, which was a little bit disappointing, until I decided to add some fresh lemon juice, which completely turned this dish around. It's a pretty intensely flavored slaw, but I like it. Now for that last quarter cabbage, let me show you something. Have you ever noticed that the larger leaves kind of resemble dumpling wrappers? Well, me neither, but let's pretend they did. I'm gonna get those off and scald them with boiling water to get them soft. And in the meantime, I'll chop the rest of the cabbage as finely as I can. This will become part of our dumpling filling along with some diced onion. Now, for flavor, I'm gonna infuse some oil with a generous sprinkle of whole cumin and chili flakes, in which I'll saute our filling, and once tender, add some optional coconut milk for extra fragrance and richness. Now, to give this filling some textural body, I'll add 2 cooked potatoes and mash everything together. This could also totally be rice, by the way, just something carby and pasty. It doesn't sound as good as it tastes. Anyway, season with salt and let the surprisingly tasty combo of coconut and potato tingle your taste buds. Now, remember we wanted to turn those into dumplings? I don't really have a great technique because each of those leaves kind of seems to be different, but I somehow made it work. At least they look cute. Top these with yogurt, scallions, and chili if you like, and enjoy. I don't really know how to eat them, but hey, I'm social distancing. There's nobody around to judge me.